Awesome. Hey guys, we are so excited to be able to share this stuff with you tonight. We are going to be going over some awesome photography tips, how we edit photos. We're going to be hearing from a professional photographer tonight, and I'm so excited just to hear all of these tips. So first, we're going to hear from Melanie, who is our professional photographer. She's going to be sharing some really cool tips with you guys, some really behind the scenes, in-depth stuff. I'm excited to hear what she has to say. Morgan, so Melanie is a brand new diamond on the team. Morgan Olson is a new emerald on the team, and she's going to be sharing about staging and taking really bright pictures. She's like the queen of doing amazing bright pictures. If you guys have never seen her social media, her Instagram, you should definitely check it out. It is to die for. It's so good. I'll be sharing some tips as well. And then Kara, who's another emerald on our team, she's going to be sharing some awesome tips with you guys about how to take what you are doing in your business and incorporate that into your photos so that your market sees it and knows like, wow, her business really is working for her. So I'm really excited to hear all of these tips tonight and to share these with you guys. So Melanie, I'll go ahead and pass it over to you and let you get started.
Okay. Excuse my voice. I'm sick. But I took Brittany's advice and I chugged a lot of water with salt and I almost threw up. But I wanted to get on. So a few pointers that I have. One, I normally take my photos outdoors because I like the natural light. I'm a natural light person. Most of my photography I do outdoors just because I like the light. But then I also, once I take the pictures, I usually take them in my car because my daughter is usually sleeping in the back seat. So that's usually when I take them. I'll always usually, because I always usually do keto coffee. That's one of my biggest sellers. That's what I usually take pictures of. And I'll just like kind of hold it in front of me with like a mug or something or like my bottle. And I'll like just like kind of focus it on that. Because I feel like being in the photo really helps people see like, oh, you're not just trying to sell this, you actually do use it. So I get a lot more feedback from that because they see that I'm actually doing it. But then I take the picture, and since it's on my phone, I edit it in a few different apps. I have Airbrush, which I'm not sure if a lot of people use Airbrush. I just found it a few months ago. Basically I use like, it's the magic tool first, and that kind of makes you look like perfect, because I definitely don't look perfect, but it makes your skin look like amazing, and the light and everything. And then I use a filter. Lately I've been using the same filter. It's called the New York City one. Maybe because I'm from Jersey and I'm right by the city. I like that one. I don't know. But I use the New York City one, and it just kind of makes it all the same. And I just like that. It's called kind of like a rugged look. So if you look on my Instagram, I use that one a lot. Like today, I used that one when I took a picture. So that's one thing I do. I do a lot of them outdoors, and I always, I mean, obviously you guys know how to take pictures, but I usually always make sure the sun's like not by me, because you don't want the sun in the picture. So I always make sure like I'm like in the shade, because you don't want the sun to be directly on you, unless you like that, the sun glare on you, but I don't like that. I don't think it looks good in the pictures. But then when I do them indoors, I actually have been taking a lot of tips from like Brittany and like Jordan and all of you guys who take amazing pictures. I'll like the other, I have my Christmas tree up, so I'll like put the, you know, the mug or whatever, the keto coffee, like right in front of it, and I'll make sure to focus on that. I use the portrait mode, which I'm sure all of you use. I have iPhone X. Yeah, I think I have the iPhone X, and I use the portrait mode, so that always focuses right in on the cup or whatever it is. I actually did that tonight, and I haven't posted it yet, but I took a picture of the what did I take a picture of? Thermophyte, because I had Nutella with apples because my daughter likes to eat that. I blame it on her, but I used the Thermophyte afterwards because it wasn't like my heaviest meal, but I still wanted to kind of knock out what I just ate. So I took a picture of that, but I focused mostly on the Thermophyte, and then the apples and the Nutella were like kind of like not really in the picture. Trying to think what other tips I have. I mean, I'm mostly an outdoor person, so I take a lot of my pictures at probably because my house is not well lit. A lot of you guys have beautiful houses. I don't. I'm hoping to soon, but I don't really have many places to take pictures. I don't have any windows in my house that really bring in the light, so I have to kind of go outside. But I mean, one of my tips is do it outside, do it with the natural light. It just makes it so much more, I think, authentic too. And I know that when I do my photography outside, even editing it makes it a lot easier, because you don't really have to fix much. You just change the colors because it looks pretty, like, especially in the snow right now. I don't know if anyone has snow, but I had snow a little while ago and it looks really pretty with that. I'm trying to think what other things I can tell you. I mean, you guys are awesome photographers. You guys take great pictures. I'm so jealous of all yours, actually. So I was actually shocked when you guys said, oh yeah, can you give me your tips? I'm like, I use what you guys do. I really do. Like, I look at your pictures, I'm like, all right, yeah, I need to do that. I told Brittany the other day, I'm like, Brittany, I don't really do that well. She's like, no, you do. I'm like, all right, I don't know. But I try to get better and better every day, and that's why my recommendation to you, just keep on taking pictures and keep on looking at different apps. I use Airbrush, I use Lightroom, because I use Lightroom on my computer, so I transfer that to my phone, and I use all the Photoshop, Lightroom, Airbrush. Airbrush is really cool. I don't know if any of you have looked at it, but you should definitely download it. And I actually have been using what Brittany said. What was that app called? Other? Something with
Over.
Yes, that. I've been using that a lot. I love that app. So I take my pictures a lot and I put that in there. So yeah, I just kind of play around and I don't know, nothing special. I mean, I just kind of play around with it and play around with the filters and I mean, just kind of make it look consistent. And I've been trying to do that because my Instagram's all over the place. So I'm trying to fix that. But I have like my photography pictures and then I have my daughter pictures and then I have my It Works pictures and I'm all over the place. But my recommendation is outdoors. I would definitely try to do outdoors because unless you have an absolutely gorgeous house with lots of light, the light makes a huge difference. So those are my recommendations. So.
I really love that because I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say like, oh, I can't take pictures because my lighting sucks in my house or whatever. Like my house just doesn't look nice or it doesn't look as nice as whoever's. So you are literally like taking an obstacle that's in your life that you see as an obstacle and you're like, okay, I'm gonna walk outside. Like you'd be surprised how many people just that doesn't click where they're like, oh, let me just step 5 feet that way and go take a really nice picture that's bright. And I love how you talked about incorporating the products like into your pictures, like with the apples and Nutella and the thermopite, like letting people see that that's you and you're not just like getting pictures from anywhere and using them for your stuff. So that I really feel like that builds trust with your market for sure. So awesome. I love that. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we're going to move over to Morgan, and she's going to talk about staging pictures and just taking really bright, awesome pictures. So you can take it away, Morgan.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? I hope that you can, because I can't talk too loud. But okay, so my number one thing, and I don't know if it's just me, but I like to keep things clean. And I'm not just talking about pictures, I'm talking about my house. So to me, cleaning up and decluttering the space that, whatever picture you're going to take is very, very, very important. At least to me it is. And because I don't want like, this is just me, but like my dishes in the background, I know we got to keep it real and everything like that, which is awesome. But to me, I'm like, I don't want my dishes in the background. I don't want my mail sitting on the counter. I don't want, just like random, things everywhere. So if my kitchen is a mess, because it does get messy, I will just like wipe out everything, make sure I have like a clean space, even if it's on one section, and just declutter it. So I think that's important. Number one thing that I always do. Second thing, again, like you guys have been saying, natural light is obviously very, very important. My husband will laugh at me because it'll be like 30 degrees outside and I'll be wearing shorts and like a tank top that I wear to bed. And I'm running outside with my keto coffee. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a picture. And he's like, what? I'm like, well, it's, dark sometimes in the morning. So I will literally go outside and I'm just lazy and I don't put on shoes and I'll just like run out there and I will take a picture in the natural light outside. So you guys have already talked about that. But I love going outside. I think it's important. I won't always go outside. I will, open up all the blinds and windows that I can and, let in as much natural light as possible. My kitchen gets pretty good natural light, but then I also will go on, which I know, Jordan, you're going to talk about in editing and, brighten up exposure, highlights, getting rid of the blacks and the whites. And there's so much to go into editing pictures, which is important. Another thing with staging, I think, and I don't do this all the time, but pairing things in threes. is very like eye capturing to me. Just making sure that there's like, it could be like, I don't know if any of you guys have seen some of my pictures, but like a fake plant, or, you know, then I'll have like my shake or my green. So I'll like pair things in threes together in a picture. And then sometimes I'll just be holding something up in my hand. But whenever I do, I'll always like try to put like a little prop or like a little bucket with like my, you know, keto coffee or my collagen in it, and just make it more than just, you know, one product, unless I'm carrying my little mason jar that I always carry around and I'm like taking pictures of that. But my number one thing that I feel like I do is, and I will always have something white in my picture, whether that is my subway tile or silver, like my fridge in the background, just something that the light can bounce off of, because it will brighten up the picture already. So it's like, if you're not into like editing pictures and like don't have a lot of time, just like having something super bright in the background. I take advantage of the subway tile that I have in my kitchen. So I'll always like kind of like stage and put things there. But yeah, just something always white. And then another thing is I do not, well, sometimes, but I don't get rid of product. I'll remember like the first week I started, my husband did the cleanse and he's about to throw it away. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't throw that away. He's like, what? Like, why? I'm like, let me save that so I can use it, because I might not have that on hand next month. And so I have like, my cabinet is like filled with product that are empty and that I've cleaned out. So it's not like nasty or anything, but I will always just keep product on hand. So I can stage with it if I don't have it, because I'm not always gonna have everything, and I'm still working on myself getting more product to use. But yeah, mostly just having the right angle when you take a picture is very, very important. Use the grid on your iPhone, like centering things, it's important. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other things that I do. I mostly just like really enjoy taking pictures, and I use my portrait mode. I never do it natural light. I will always do studio light whenever I do it. It just brightens it a little bit. So yeah, cleaning up, decluttering, go outside, save everything that you got in case you don't have it on hand, and pairing things in threes, and just having other objects that you can use, like, yeah, like plants, and I'm trying to think of, I mean, just really product, I guess, but I know you're gonna like talk on editing, so, and that's something that I'm really, really big on too. So I love it, I enjoy it. I'm like, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably like go work for like some company to do that for fun, because I seriously enjoy it so much. So yeah.
That's so good. I feel like I need to just like let you talk about the editing, because I'm learning,
No,
I'm, like taking notes on my phone. You see me looking down, I'm like typing.
You guys.
I don't know if you guys can see my phone, but I just want to give you guys a glimpse of what Morgan's Instagram looks like. And I can brag on her a lot because she's on my team. She's my personally enrolled, so I see her stuff all the time. But I just want you guys to see. Can y'all see that? I can only see Morgan's face right now. Morgan, can you see that?
I can see that.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see, but like her pictures are so uniform. It's a lot of the same color scheme. She has a style. So, you know, when I'm looking up, you know, Instagram pages that I want to model my Instagram after, or if I'm looking for like a color palette or anything like that, those are the things that I look for when I look for like professional Instagrams, you know, professional, I don't know what you call it, bloggers, Instagrammers, but just clean and put together like that. So let me see. I am so in love with your Instagram. Not even kidding. Let me find one. I'm trying to pick one out of all of them. They're so good. Like, okay, we all do like coffee cups and things like that. So we'll switch it up a little bit and show shake. So, I mean, all of us do not have a tattoo on our wrist, but I want you guys to just take a look and see. I don't know if that's focused or not. So just kind of going outside of like the normal shaker. Like me, I'll usually have like a shaker when I have a shake or whatever. or somebody could just post like a stock photo of a shake bag. Like, people know when they see Morgan's Instagram, they know that that's Morgan. They know that's her tattoo. They know that's her house, you know, things like that that really set her apart. And they know like, oh, that's really Morgan's life. Or maybe she would have like her girls in the background or her husband or something. Like, people know that that's Morgan, and that is authentic. People know that and they see that. So definitely would encourage you guys to follow Morgan so that you can see just how she does her things and get some inspiration from that. I know on the daily, I am like trying to I'm inspired by her Instagram and trying to like up my game for sure.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And I love the pairing in threes. That is something that I'm not quite as good at, is staging things. So just hearing how you do that and like little tips that you have there, I was definitely learning a lot when you were talking. So thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk next. I realized earlier I did not introduce myself and I don't know if I like know everybody on here. So my name is Jordan Splinter. I'm a double diamond in Fire Tribe. And I'm gonna be talking about apps and editing and just kind of a little bit of what Morgan's already been talking about, and Melanie, but just a little bit more in depth. And I'll try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. So some apps that I use as well that you've already heard talked about a little bit, I would definitely write these down. Lightroom for sure. Another one I use, and I'll talk about these a little bit more after I list them. Facetune, Unfold. I don't know if anybody's typing these, I'm sure Brittany is. Retouch, and PicTapGo, which Kara is going to talk a little bit more about next. So for Lightroom, one of the things I want to say too before I get started with all of the apps and everything, never think that your pictures do not need to be edited. Every picture you take can always use just getting, you know, a little like professional makeover to it, whether it's making it crisper or a little bit brighter or adding some like detail to the eyes or whatever it is. You guys have to remember that the day that you came into this business and you decided to do this, you became a business owner. So your social media needs to look professional. And oh gosh, hang on one second, guys. Let me turn my baby monitor off. So sorry. I thought he was sleeping. He's like, Mommy. Sorry guys, lost my train of thought. Yes, your business, your Instagram, your Facebook, all those things, those are your business now. So we need to make sure that we are making them look professional and original and not just, you know, like everybody else is, not going to Pinterest and taking things off of there and putting them on your Facebook and Instagram. I heard a tip earlier today that this was like a couple of years ago. Claire, I guess, did a live, like a really quick live, and she was talking about using like Instagram pictures, or not Instagram, Pinterest pictures. And she was basically saying like your social media should not be not even anywhere near 50%. Like I would say probably 15 to 20%, like other people's pictures. Like, and by that I mean, if you were to go on and find like before and afters, or you need to throw up a quick picture of shake or coffee or something, and you just don't have anything, and you get a really cute picture really quickly that's already made up. The majority of your page should be your pictures. Like we were talking about with Morgan, like, you know, when you see her pictures, that's her hand, that's her house. Those things build up your credibility as a business owner, and that's really, really important. People want to know that they can trust you, that they can trust what you're posting, and that you are just being authentic. So I just want to throw that out there first. So as far as like editing your pictures, like I was saying, all pictures need to be edited, and I'm going to show you guys an example of when we were at the leadership retreat in Chicago. We had a special guest there that was taking professional pictures of us, and they were gorgeous. They were so beautiful. Some of them were sent to us unedited, and they still looked phenomenal. Like, lighting was just amazing. So imagine like you go out and you take like the best picture. You like take something, you're like, oh my gosh, that lighting was perfect. That looks beautiful. I don't know if I've ever taken such a good picture. That's awesome. it still needs to be edited. Even if you think like, oh, it's so good, take it in the apps, just check and see what you can do, whether, like I was saying, whether you can just crisp it up a little bit, whether you can add some details. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly in the Lightroom app. So yesterday I posted a picture of my husband and I from that weekend, and I'm going to show you guys what it looked like before. Okay, this is like totally unedited. This is before. Okay, gorgeous picture, pretty background, like everything just looks great with the colors, the lighting, all of that. Okay, so I took it into Lightroom, and this is edited. So it looks a little extra bright on the screen, but if you guys can see, like, it just brightened up our faces a little bit more. It gave the colors in the background a little bit more depth. And if you were to zoom in on the actual post, you can see that on, I want to say the Facetune app, or it may have been not PicTecho. It may have been, what was the other one? PixArt. There's a tool on there that you can do details, and I will zoom in and always go to the eyes. And I would do detailing on the eyes so that those pop. Or if there's like a special feature in the picture somewhere, like this one I did of Micah, you can't really tell it very much. This is like the edited version of it, but I went in and just detailed his eyes so that his little eyelashes pop. Like little things like that that just really like take your picture to another level and just make it look that much more professional and bright and pretty. So never think that your pictures cannot be edited. Always take them into the app, see what you can do with it, see how you can just freshen it up a little bit more. Think about if you were to see a professional business page, what those pictures would look like on there, and that's what you want to go for. Very crisp and clear and bright and detailed. Let's see. As far as Lightroom, so if you guys do not have this app, definitely get it. It is free and it is absolutely amazing. So we've used so many apps in the past, and right now this is like the next big thing, and we just love it so much. I remember I had it, and then Brittany was telling me about all the things that I could do with it, and I had no idea that I could do all these things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a game changer. So I'm gonna pull up just a random picture and show you guys like some of the things that you can do with this app really quick. And I won't hit on this too long because I don't want to take up all the time, but I feel like you guys should see this. Okay. Just pulling up a random picture. Okay. So this is a picture of us a couple weekends ago in the mountains. Okay. This is totally like unedited. It looks brighter on the screen. I think it's not that bright in person. It's a lot of like blues in the background, things like that. So one of the awesome things about Lightroom is there is an option to do a thing called presets right here. So I have some saved on my phone. You can see there's like a list of them right here. Some of them I've kind of made, like taken some and made my own. But you can look on different places like Etsy. You can even find some like sponsored on Instagram, things like that, where you can purchase presets for like dirt cheap. You can get like bigger packages that you spend like a lot of money, and pretty sure the first one that I got, I spent way too much on it just because I didn't know. But it did come with a lot of presets, and you can download those onto your Lightroom app. And basically, so one of them I have is up top right here. So say I don't want to go in and like edit all the details of a picture, I can click on one of these presets and it's automatically going to adjust and add in the lighting, the white balance, the black balance, all of those things. So definitely look into presets to add into your Lightroom just to make it a little bit easier, because you guys, I mean, we're all busy people. This is our business, but we are all busy people. The last thing we want to do is spend half of our day editing pictures instead of like doing work and posting. Like that's busy work. So think of ways like this that you can work smarter and not harder, where you can just apply these presets, boom, your picture's done. And ones that you purchase, you will more than likely have to go in and like make some adjustments to fit like what your style is, or maybe adjust the lights a little bit, but definitely worth it to get presets. And And then there's a lot more details on here that you can look into, different like light features, the whites, the blacks, the shadows, the highlights, all different kinds of features on there that just really help make your pictures very professional looking. And Melanie, I love that you said that you use this on your computer. So you guys, a professional photographer is using this on her computer to edit photos. So you know that it's a good app when professional photographers are using it. So get this on your phone. Facetune. So I use that one just to really help like clean up a picture. So, you know, whether it's like touching up like areas on your face or something like that. I'm not saying go and do like, you don't want to look fake. You don't want to do so much to your face that you look like one big blurred mess and like you just got Botox and like a facelift. You don't want to look like that. Just very subtle things. There's definitely some training videos out there to teach you how to use that. I saw some of those also on that leadership retreat weekend, learning how to just do little things to your face to help brighten your face and bring out like natural features. Nothing like unnatural. You don't want to look, I don't know what the word is. We don't want to look fake. We want to look very authentic and natural. So I use Facetune for that. I'll use that to also like blur a background. If it's not the best lighting for portrait mode, sometimes that makes it grainy if it's not like very natural bright light. I'll take it in regular picture mode and go to Facetune and defocus the background to still give it that like portrait, that portrait look to it. And then Unfold is a really, really great app for really clean pictures for your stories. So like your Instagram, your Facebook stories, just really beautiful pictures. I know a lot of the top leaders in the company use Unfold. And when you see, like if you're following them and you see like their stories, you'll see, you know, a lot of white backgrounds, really pretty clean wording and pictures like really nicely placed. That is Unfold the majority of the time, I'm sure. So that one's really good for keeping your stories clean and just looking very professional and nice. Retouch is really great. This one is not free. It does cost a couple of dollars. I can't remember exactly how much, but still pretty cheap, but really awesome for, say you're taking a picture, like Morgan was talking about. Yes, $1.99 retouch. Thank you, Brittany. Morgan was talking about how she likes to keep things decluttered and clean. So say that you're going for that look and you take the best picture and you realize that there's like something gross, like on your counter, like a big crumb or something on the counter that really stands out in your picture, or something like on your wall, like a big scratch on your wall or something like that. With retouch, you can actually go in and just highlight over whatever it is you want to take out of your picture, completely removes it. So it's absolutely amazing. The first time Brittany showed it to me, I could not even pick my jaw off before. It was so cool. So yeah, that's really great for like cleaning up your picture, taking out things that just look messy, dishes, books, mail, whatever it is in the background, cords, signs, things like that. You can take those out. And then, yeah, Pick, Tap, Go, Kara is going to talk about. And I think my last tip, let me just make sure I went over all of my notes. Brittany, if you think of anything, feel free to throw it in. This one came from Josh. He's like, please add this in here. So this is a really great opportunity for your husbands or your significant other to really be a part of your business and really help you out in a very tangible way. Because I know from personal experience and then just from a lot of people that I've talked to on the team, you know, we get into a business like this and we're gung-ho about it. We're super excited. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer for our spouses to really like catch that same vision, and really to feel like they have a place in our business or they can help us with it. Like they support us and they want to, they just don't know exactly how they can help. Taking pictures is a perfect way to do that. Have your spouse take pictures for you, whether it's, you know, a picture above of like you holding your keto coffee or, you know, whatever it may be. But just some forewarning here, make sure that you have a conversation with your spouse ahead of time to save from like having to go to counseling because of taking pictures for you. So lay out those expectations and, you know, just let them know, maybe show them pictures, show them an example, like, hey, this is kind of the look that I'm going for. Can you help me with this? And then just lay that expectation out there, like, hey, you know, I know this is my thing, but it would really mean a lot to me if, you know, you could help me in this way. This is a way that you could help support my business. And they may be a little uncomfortable at first with it because guys aren't as much into picture taking maybe as we are. But I feel very confident that they'll be excited and happy just to be able to help you in your business and be able to help in a tangible, concrete way. So lay out those expectations, ask them to take some pictures for you. If you guys aren't married or you're not dating or anything like that, have a friend take some for you, go out, you know, for coffee or something like that, and just be like, hey, do you mind taking a few pictures for me, you know, to use for my business or whatever it is. Find somebody that can help you with some like cute artsy pictures, look up some things on Pinterest, see what you like, and go with things like that. So I think that is all that I have, unless Brittany, you wanted me to touch on anything else with editing.
No, the only thing I wanted to add is all husbands have this inclination to get like down here and take your picture. And I'm like, Zach, if you don't hold the camera up, I'm like, I'm at an upward angle. So this is what Jordan means when she says have a conversation, lay out all expectations. Make sure they know how to hold the camera in a flattering way so you know, like your picture ahead of time. All Zach's like first pictures of me usually. I'm like, no. I'm like, all right, hold the camera up here this time.
Yes, and now Zach is like the professional, and Josh too, but Zach is like all up in there taking all the angles, and then we like swipe through and see what we want. But there's actually, I think it's in Fire Tribe, there's a video a Zoom that Zach did, basically for husbands, showing them like tips for taking pictures for your wife. So that's in Fire Tribe, I think. I can try to find that and put that in the comments of the actual post. So,
yeah, okay. Too, Jordan. So if you can't find it, Fire Tribe, it's like a photography Zoom. If you go back like to last summer, I think we did it. It's on my YouTube channel.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, I'll post that in the comments then. So we are going to hop over to Kara, and she is going to share some tips about how to incorporate your business and what you're doing, the success that you're having in your business, incorporating those into your pictures, and why that's important for your market to see.
All right, guys, so my kind of spiel tonight is on a very specific type of picture that we post, and Jordan alluded to that. It's using an app called PicsArt, and that's two separate words, P-I-C-S and then art. But I thought it would be good to just kind of talk on a 50,000 foot view level about your page. So you've heard several times over and over tonight that it's really good to have that aesthetically appeasing profile. When people come to your page, you want them to be interested, you want them to be engaged. And one thing that I feel like helps with that, or something that I preach to my team, I feel like all the time, is coming up with 5 to 8 words. They can be catchphrases, they can be characteristics, they can be hobbies, but think of 5 to 8 things that really embody who you are. So they could be interests, they could be, you know, if you like to go to the gym, for example, you know, if you like to go rock climbing, I don't know, like hobbies that you enjoy. They could also be characteristics though. So you know, if your faith is really important to you, if you want to be an uplifting individual, just think of those 5 to 8 things that really embody who you are, or who you would like other people to think of when they think of you. And that is going to be your brand. And it makes posting pictures a little bit my brand. Is this what I want people to think of when they come to my page? So taking that time to just personally reflect and say, hey, who am I? What image do I want to portray on social media? Okay, so let's jump into PicsArt. So this tool is really, really awesome. And I'm pulling it up now just so I can give you guys kind of a sneak peek. So this is one of my recently taken, and let's see if I bring my brightness down a little bit more if you guys can see it better. And I'm actually going to be kind of critical of myself. This isn't the best picture, but I was walking outside. There was a nice butterfly in the bushes, something colorful. And you guys can see this little square right here. It was me after signing a distributor. So 2 things that we're looking for here. One, people are looking at your page, whether they're commenting, whether they're liking, and they're looking to see, hey, does this thing actually work? Does this business that this girl is talking about actually work? Do these products work? Are other people getting these products? So on both ends, whether those people that are following you, they're looking to see if our products work, which is why it's important to post before and afters. That's a caveat. But they're also looking to see if you are having personal success with the business. So in thinking about kind of ways to embed that, one of them is physically showing, hey, I just enrolled a distributor. Why have you not joined my team yet? Or, hey, I just signed a customer for this coffee that I'm posting about every single day. Why haven't you got your coffee yet? So these pictures, again, should be eye-catching. They should be aesthetically appeasing. It should be something that is going to draw people in. One of the most important things to think about when using PicsArt is already having that edited. So whether you're using an app like PicTapGo or Lightroom, go ahead and do that first. Save it to your camera roll. And then when you open up PicsArt, it looks something similar to this, and you're going to have a button that has all of your photos, just kind of like Instagram, or when you go to Facebook, you're going to have access to all of your camera roll. So you can go choose a photo, and I'll just go to the one I posted this earlier today, just me in the snow. And then at the bottom of the screen, there's a button that says add photo. And again, here, you're going to want to make sure that that photo is already edited. It's already cropped. So let's take this back a couple steps. You get a loyal customer or you sign a new distributor. One of the first steps that you're going to do is take a screenshot of the email that you receive on your phone. Since the app has changed a little bit, I've also seen the screenshot of the notification that pops up from your It Works app. So either one of those. I personally usually use the email. So once I get that email notification, go ahead and take a screenshot, crop it so it's all ready to go. And the only thing that you have to do in PicsArt is layer it. You're not worrying about, oh my gosh, like I forgot to resize it, or oh my gosh, it's not bright enough. Make sure you have those two pictures separately edited and ready to go. You're going to pull up what I like to think of like that first layer, your base photograph, what you're really wanting people to see first. Click on add on top of the picture that you have as your background. And you can resize it. You can change the angle a little bit so that it fits a little bit better on the picture. You can make it change the opacity, which is this little slide button here at the bottom. It makes it fade out a little bit more so it's not the most prominent thing in the picture. I don't think you guys can really see too well, but you can move it over. And again, if you use this button here at the top, you can change the angle as well. So I don't want to belabor the point, but when you sign a loyal customer, sign a distributor, give that tangible proof to your audience that, hey, this business is working, these products are working, and PicsArt is a great app to do so.
Did you finish?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. I'm all done.
I couldn't tell if you froze or if you were done talking. Okay, awesome. Yes, PicsArt and doing that email is so important, you guys. It shows people, yes, this works. Just like Kara was saying, it shows, yes, people want to join your team. Yes, your business is booming. Even if you're in a down time, say you're not enrolling as much as you want to be, or as much as you normally are, or whatever, nobody has to know that. Your audience doesn't have to know that. When you are enrolling and you are putting those pictures up, people aren't sitting there thinking like, I bet her business isn't working. No, they're going to see tangible proof. Okay, yes, she's still getting customers, even though it's around Christmas time, or it's a really slow time of the year for businesses like this. It Works is not in that category right now. We are on the uprise when other companies are on the down. So just showing that, yes, people do want to try the products. They do work. Super important. So, okay. I think that is everything, you guys. I'm so happy that we got to do this for you. I'm so thankful for all you guys that hopped on here and they're just so willing to learn. It definitely stands out to all the leaders when we see you guys hopping on. It shows us that you're serious about your business, that you are showing up because you want to go up. And the best way to do that is hopping on Zooms and learning and constantly just bettering your business. So thank you guys for hopping on. I hope you have an awesome night. I hope you learned so much, and we will talk to you guys soon.